G'day guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a box cutter installation. So what we'll cover in this is folding up a stop end and also installing a chute cover. All right, so this is our box cutter area. So what we want to do, we want to get our length from stop end all the way through to the inside of the parapet, allowing for 10mm play. And when we're looking at where our stop end is going, we want to make sure if we are going to be putting a pre-clad over the top of this parapet, which is most likely going to happen on every job, we want to make sure that our stop end runs higher than the parapet. That way it's easier to tie in the flashing. And then down with our chute here, we want to make sure that we're running 300mm past this outside edge, and that allows for whatever cladding's going on the outside. So now that we've got our measurements, we can come back and mark them onto our box cutter. So one thing with our stop end, we need to allow for the fall of the box cutter. So we don't want to fold up square, or else we square with the fall. So what we like to do is, once we've squared up, allow 10mm at the top of your upstand and cut to that rake and fold to that rake. And when it comes to snipping all the way through to the crease, we want to make sure that we're using the right snips, so that when we cut, our lap here folds to the outside. And that way when we fold our stop end up, we avoid any damage or any creasing. So now that we've done our stop end, what we'll do, we'll grab our measurement from our stop end to our chute and start marking that out. So now that we've got our measurement, as you can see, we've marked out this 100mm is what we leave on. That'll run out the parapet wall to our rain head. And then with the same idea as the stop end, we've allowed for the rake. So we're not going square, we're allowing for the fall. That'll all get cut off. And once we've done that, we'll start cutting in our chute cover. So now that we've cut in for our chute, it's time to prepare the chute cover. So all we need to prepare is getting our measurement from here to there and from there to the corner. And then we just transfer that onto our chute cover. So as you can see with this measurement there, we just need to snip up the sides. Snip up the side on the other side there. And all we do is fold that up. That's our chute cover. So now that we've got our chute cover made up, we've sat that on, and what we can do before we even put it in there, we can rivet the throat of this, the actual chute. We want to leave this loose until that's actually sitting in place. So what we can do, we're making sure that the laps are all on the outside, and then we can start riveting it up. So now that we've got our chute cover riveted on, it's time to go put it in place. So now we've got our box cutter in place, and now it comes time to rivet up the stop end and also finish riveting the chute cover. So the reason why we didn't rivet it beforehand is now that we've got it in place, what we can do is push our stop end hard against the wall and just let it sit wherever it likes. That way, once it's hard against there, it'll be nice, easy for them to clad over, easy for us to install our pre-clad. And then also on the other side, we'll do the same thing. Push that back, and we'll be able to rivet up nicely. Okay, so what we've done, we've pinned the stop end in place. So we've got a nice consistent row of rivets, making sure they're at 40mm spacings. So now we've done that on both ends. What we can do, we can take that rivet out and then blow out all the swarf, and we can underseal and rivet back up. So now that we've riveted all this stop end here, we can make sure the plastic is peeled and seal up our stop end. Okay, so now that we've riveted our chute cover, we'll do the same thing that we did with the stop end. We'll overseal, and then we'll also trace this tag in line with the batten, and then all that will come off. So now that we've finished our box cutter works, that's all complete. What we can move on to is our box cutter apron, which is just this apron here. So what we do with this one, this will just sit on top of the batten. Just like that. We make sure that the plastic on the inside of the box cutter is peeled, and then we just screw into the batten. So lastly, on this box cutter section, what we're going to do is install the pre-clad. So what we need to be aware of is that we want 100mm cover all the way around the parapet here. And as you can see, we've just tacked on a weatherboard. And the reason we do this is that on all jobs, all of our cappings will require fall, and this weatherboard gives us 5 degrees. So what we do, place so it doesn't move on us, and then we'll cut in this pre-clad and go from there. So now that's all cut in, just do a little 40mm turn down there so this can all get riveted, as well as this lap here. And then once that's all riveted and sealed, we can unscrew this weatherboard and just slide that out. And when it comes to knowing how much to allow for your outside, it's always best to speak to the builder, because they'll always know what type of cladding. Could be render, could be brick. For render, we allow at least 80mm, preferably 90, and for bricks it'll be more like your 160s, but always best to check the builder. So now that we've riveted and sealed our pre-clad, we can remove the weatherboard, and then our works are complete. So we've got a box gutter with a chute to rain head, box gutter apron, and also our pre-clad flashing.